This is the second video in our Capitol Reef camping trip series. Click on the card above to see the playlist of all the videos. I hear noises in the crib. Hey! Did you all sleep in there?
Yeah. We did. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
James started to get upset when I put the sheet back on. He's finally free! How did you sleep last night?
Good.
We got down to 64% from the night, which had the air conditioner on, and I actually had it on auto, so it switched over to heat pump at some point. 62 degrees outside and 67 inside. So actually, probably the mini split wasn't really even doing a whole lot for a good portion of the night. It's a little bit more overcast today. I'm doing a speed test here, and according to Starlink, we have a speed of 125 megabits per second download speed and 26 megabits per second upload speed. Are you ready for adventure, James? Good morning, kids. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning, and the kids just come outside and start playing in the sand.
It's fun. Could you help me open the truck now?
Sure. All getting lotioned up and ready for our hike today. Are you girls excited?
People excited.
That's a rocket Lydia found yesterday on the trail. Looking at the battery, we're at 59% this morning, and right now it is 9:42 a.m. Right now we're getting 511 watts of solar, and I'm leaving the mini split on auto and at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so it'll be heating or cooling as needed. And right now it's actually heating 65 degrees, and so inside it's 70 right now. And it is a little bit overcast today, but the sun is starting to come out a little bit, but we're not quite getting as much solar yield as we would if it was fully sunny, and that's totally fine. The crock pot cycles on and off. We have that going on right here, and this is our dinner for tonight when we get back from our hiking for the day. So we're getting loaded up in the truck, and we're gonna go drive into Capitol Reef. Our roughly planned adventure for this morning was to drive all the way to the end of the Capitol Reef Scenic Drive Road to the Capitol Gorge trailhead, where none of us have ever been. We have been down the Grand Wash Road before, but never past that. The Capitol Gorge trailhead is past the end of the Scenic Drive asphalt down a couple of miles of gravel road, which was a total of 18.8 miles from our trailer.
Sebastian was obliged to cough. I don't know certainly. Home to her grandfather. Every now and then she would remember something which she had not thought of before. Every morning she tried hard to make her bed, smoothing it until it looked quite easy.
The last portion, going through the wash with towering canyon walls on either side, was my favorite part. What does everybody think of the rock formations we're driving through?
Cool.
It's really cool, huh?
I think it looks like a giant had a hammer and was just knocking holes in the side of the mountain.
This is the end of the road of the Capitol Gorge trail, and then they have some picnic tables, and this is the trailhead for the Capitol Gorge. We're gonna head down the trail and check it all out. In the meantime, we're getting set up over here. James in his carrier, and the kids are loving the fine sand. And there's also a lot of beautiful flowers here right now. This is the beginning of May, so I imagine these probably won't stick around forever. They're really pretty, is right. Girls, what do you think of the view here?
I like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, huh? All right, let's get hiking. Are you excited for the hike?
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a painting? You basically are.
I'm hungry.
We'll eat when we get back. This trail is a 1 mile, one-way trail, so it's gonna take us 2 miles of hiking to get back to the truck, and then we'll eat lunch probably when we get back.
And the wind is again.
Are you cold? The wind is a little chilly, huh? How about you, Lucy? Are you cold? You're kind of cold?
Yeah.
The girls decided that they wanted to run because they want to get there quicker. I caught up with you girls. What did you find, Lucy? Where? Oh, I see it. Oh, so close, Clara.
Oh yeah!
Oh, Lucy caught the lizard. Hold it right. Hold it right behind his head. Hold it right behind his head, then he can't bite you.
James, look. lizard.
Good job, Lucy. Look, it has blue on its sides. Do you see that? See the blue stripes?
Like
It'll
this.
bite you.
Okay, let go. You want to pet it?
Careful.
I got it.
It doesn't really hurt when they bite you.
Why don't you touch its tail, Lid?
No. Their tails can come off.
James, look, a lizard. He's not sure what to think about it. It's gonna bite him.
It's gonna bite him. It was going to
Try and
bite
carry it. Hold it like this.
There you go. Look at you, Clara. You're holding a lizard. Clara, is this your first time holding a lizard?
Yes.
Wow. Clara, are you gonna love him and call him George?
Can you show James again, Clara?
No, let's call him
Claire, show
James
James.
Jr. Claire, don't touch its eye.
I saw a video once and a lizard bit a kid on the nose.
Oh,
Lydia, do you want to hold him?
no.
Are you sure? You're not
we
going to
set
have
him
this
free?
opportunity often.
Okay, we're not going to take him with us, so look at him for a minute and then we'll set him free.
I can't when we're about to leave, we can let
Nah,
him
just let him go. This is his home.
No.
If we take him somewhere else, he won't be able to get back to his home.
What does he feel like?
Soft on the bottom, kind of pokey on top.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to shake its hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, do you want to show her your lizard?
Oh man, isn't that cool?
Has blue on its sides.
Are you gonna keep it?
No, we're not going to keep it. They wish.
Oh, little lizard. How neat is that?
You want to see him, James? It's a lizard. Oh, he likes it. All right, should we let him go?
Yes. No. I want to
Yep.
let him go. No, I want to hold him again.
We got to keep moving on our hike. Maybe we can catch another one. Wasn't this a cool thing?
They're usually so hard to catch. Okay, let him go. Oh, he's not going.
Try and scoot him off, Liz. Maybe he's too scared.
Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
look how he blends in. Wow, he is not shy. He's not running away. Whoa.
Oh, he's going to crawl into Clara's mouth.
All right, continuing on our hike.
Oh, yeah, tiny.
Can I see your shadow?
What did you girls find?
A hole. A hole.
More holes to climb in.
High up. And I'm taller than you.
One of you come down and I'll throw you up and see if you can grab onto one of these holes.
No.
Yeah, I'll launch you like a cannon.
No.
And all you have to do is grab it on your way down.
Wait.
No?
No.
All right, fine.
Girls, what did you find to climb on?
Rock.
A mountain.
When you run up the walls like that, you gotta say parkour!
Say parkour. So tricky to walk in this loose sand, huh? He's got his favorite rocks. Snack time. Nice cave you girls found. This is the wash we've been hiking up. Here's a sign to the tanks, which is 0.2 miles up this way. So we're gonna go see what's up there. It's an uphill slog, so it might be only 0.2 miles, but it's probably gonna be a little bit tiring. We're gonna see the tanks. We don't know anything more than that. Good job hiking up a steep hill, girls. I think up where that guy is maybe is the end. That's the wash we just came from right there. This, I believe, is probably the tanks. Oh, there's other people here. We made it, girls. This is it.
Where are the tanks?
See these big holes?
Yeah.
That's the tanks, I think. They were expecting water. Anytime it rains, it refills with water probably.
People can swim in it.
Yeah, if they come right after a rainstorm, for sure. There's the wash that we hiked up, and it comes around over this way. And then right there is the signpost for the turnoff. And we came up this wash here. And then we went on an upper trail and it loops. So there's a fork along there. And this is where we're coming back down. But you can see these people are going up. And then the tanks are right there in this wash. We are a couple of minutes down the canyon and there is the Pioneer Register.
September 24th, 1911. And one of those names is Sam Gifford.
Who's Sam Gifford?
He was one of the owners of that house yesterday that was selling the pies.
How do we think they got all the way up there?
Height.
Height. On what? It's straight up.
I think they lowered themselves down with a rope from the top. Or the ground used to be that level maybe, and now it's eroded all the way down.
That much?
I mean, that's what
100
happened
years, I guess.
when we saw petroglyphs on the Gates of Lodore trip. That's what they said was how they carved so high.
That's true.
What do you think, Lucy? Pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
high.
Let's go eat lunch. And we're back to the parking lot. So we're gonna eat lunch here now in the pavilion. Lucy, was that hike worth doing?
I guess.
You guess. What did you think of the pots?
I don't know.
They were dry, so not as cool as if it had water, right?
Yeah.
Here.
I would have jumped into it if it had water.
I don't doubt that at all. While we were eating lunch, I am charging up my cameras. I used my Action 3 a lot on that trail, and this is a really cool charger that this company sent to me. This is their model DB001. You can see here that the capacity is 5,000 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. You can charge it right here with the USB-C port, and then the output power can go either to a lightning port for Apple products, or right here is charging my Action 3 with the USB-C port that it has. And right here it has a readout little screen on it that shows the percentage of the battery inside. It's pretty nifty, and it's nice to have some extra power on the trail so that we can make sure our cameras never are out of power. We're done with lunch, so we are heading back. This parking lot has become significantly more crowded since we arrived. There's cars going all the way down past where you can see, but people are still coming and going. This car decided to just go ahead and park right here behind us, so it's going to be difficult to get out, unfortunately. Where are we?
Petroglyphs.
We stopped at the Petroglyphs, that's right. Let's go check it out. So here is the cliff of petroglyphs, and if we zoom in there above that area, you can see some petroglyphs. So right there is a ram, a couple of rams, and a few other things. And then if you follow this crack around over to this side, you can see there's a whole bunch of petroglyphs. It looks like maybe some creatures that they've marked in there, maybe one for each of their family members, we don't know. A whole bunch. If we zoom back out and come in over in this direction, there's some more petroglyphs. You can see some of the other petroglyphs that are just faintly there on the cliff face. What do you think, Clara?
I like them.
All right. You like the petroglyphs?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So there's some information here about the Hopi tribe and the people that probably carved this. And then there are the petroglyphs up there. There's quite a few scattered all the way across here. So this boardwalk behind us is the one I was just showing you the petroglyphs of. And this is where we parked our truck, just to give you a point of reference. This is the main highway. And there's yet another boardwalk over this direction. So we're gonna go run down that boardwalk and see some more petroglyphs. This is a really beautiful boardwalk with these huge trees giving it nice shade along the way, and these awesome red rock cliffs on the side. Really picturesque boardwalk. Oh, and it has a stream going along the side right there. This Fruita Valley is really gorgeous. The natural water they have coming through here, they have many stands of trees that just create this wonderful green backdrop with the red rock. Right here we have some really cool white pockets. Oh, that's unfortunate. You can see there used to be petroglyphs right here on the tip of this dark piece of rock. My guess is that it's fallen away and all the other pieces of it have been lost. So there isn't really much else to see besides just that remnant. Here's a plaque in farming here in the Fremont, apparently. And they've been farming here for a long time because natural water creates natural opportunities for farming. And you can see it. You can see all the greenery along this valley. It's really cool. You can do it. Our little hiker kid.
Look at the water that was under the tree.
Yeah, this whole tree fell down somewhat recently. There's still leaves on it. Unless I guess it's still just living halfway ripped out of the ground. Oh yeah, there's some more petroglyphs over here. Here's some more petroglyphs that are midway down the boardwalk. We are in Fruita here, and this is the old blacksmith shop. And Lydia first wants to check out this old plow. How's that seat? Do you want to sit in that all day plowing?
I can't. It's broken.
And then this is the actual blacksmith shop over here. What do you see, Lucy?
Yeah, tractor.
That is where they had their foundry, so it had lots of hot fire to melt the metal or get the metal softer. Right here next to us is the anvil that they would hammer on and flatten out the metal, right? Oh, yep, that right there. And then over there is the workbench over there. And then obviously they have an old tractor here. And then they have various other tools over here.
And then another thing that's broken like that thing.
Yeah, it's another plow.
I wish I could go in there and sit on
Yeah.
it.
You girls can't all plow at the same time. Yeah, if you push that far enough, it'll go down into the dirt. And that's how they plowed. And we're back to our trailer. And the kids are gonna go play in the stream. So let's check on the status of the RV's electrical system. The mini split is still running, and it's 71 degrees in here. We've had the door open for a little bit though. And it's 80, almost about 84 degrees outside. The battery on the RV has gotten to 100%. It probably did a while ago. And so right now we're getting 600 watts of solar almost, and that's just basically supplying all the needs of the mini split or any other electrical loads we have on right now, such as the crock pot, which is still cooking away, I believe. Yeah, it's still on low. So yeah, everything's working great, and the hot water heater we've had on since day one. We've just left it on. Oh, and it is 3:14 p.m. We came back a little bit earlier today because the kids were done hiking and wanted just to play in the sand and the water in the river here next to our campsite. To give you an idea of where we are, our trailer is right there through the grass, and we're here at the river going right past our campsite. Lydia, what is right there in the sand with that X?
A rock. And I'm gonna dig up
You made your own buried treasure? All right, dig it up. Oh, there it is. It's the treasure.
my hand in the water.
What are you having for dinner?
Potato soup.
Delicious. Yeah, here's how the potato soup turned out in the crock pot. As an update on the solar, we're at 99%. The water heater was just on recently, so it pulled it down a little bit, and the solar is now charging it back up. So right now it is 4:48, almost 5 p.m., and we're getting almost 1,600 watts of solar. And then once this battery fills up here shortly, it's just gonna go back down to maintaining the loads, which right now is about 500 watts, mostly going to the mini split, and then a tiny bit of DC power loads. Temperature is 70 inside and 80 outside, and we have the mini split set to 65. We're cooking s'mores. You guys having fun?
Yes.
It is now 7 p.m. and the battery is down to 99% and is currently discharging. The mini split is still running, pulling about 400 watts, and the solar is just bringing in about 286 watts. This is the Victron monitoring portal that shows the electrical system of the trailer for that day of the trip. The red bars here show the energy consumption from the inverters, so only AC electricity and not DC. And the orange bars show the solar production. And then this blue line shows the state of charge of the battery. And all of these are at hourly increments. And so you can see the diamonds show the variance of state of charge during that hour between the top and the bottom diamonds, and then the circle is the average between those two. So you can see that our battery was running down throughout the night, and here is where the water heater came on. And then we prepared breakfast and whatnot, so that used a little bit of extra energy, and then the solar kicked in and brought up the batteries, and it got up to 100% here by about 1 in the afternoon and stayed at 100% throughout the majority of the afternoon. That being said, the solar didn't drop off completely because it was still producing enough electricity to cover the electrical consumption over that time frame, and this is primarily the mini split on air conditioning while we were away from the trailer. And then eventually we got back to the trailer and used additional electricity for dinner and whatnot, and then the battery finished out at 82% by the midnight. During that day we used 8.7 kilowatt hours, and our solar production was 11.2 kilowatt hours. I shared these power graphs of our trailer's electrical system as well as the updates during the day to share how well it's working for us to have a 100% solar electric powered RV. When I was planning and building out my travel trailer solar retrofit, I had a lot of people tell me it wasn't possible possible, especially solar-powered air conditioning, and I'm here to show exactly how well it actually does work, as well as other functionality of the trailer from the water heater to the stove and oven. There are limitations in various ways that are different from using a generator and propane appliances, just like a generator and propane has limitations, and I'm way happier with how my trailer works now than it did from the manufacturer. We spent the rest of the evening hanging out around our campsite, where the kids loved digging in the sand and finding the perfect stick. We also lit a fire and read books as the sun set. When we went on a 2-week trip to Arizona back in 2022, which I'll put a card to above, we never started a fire because we were traveling relatively quickly and staying typically one night at each campsite, as we had a lot of distance to cover over that time frame. Plus, we didn't want to make more room for the extra weight and space that bringing firewood requires. On this trip, however, our agenda was to camp in the same exact site for the entire week, which is less stressful for us compared to the Arizona trip, where we had to find and set up new campsites nightly, and staying multiple nights in the same site allows for more enjoyable evenings like this, around the campfire, which is what most of our peers think camping is all about. In the case of our Arizona trip, even though we brought our trailer, it was not so much a camping trip as much as it was a road trip to experience new adventures and visit friends. We brought the trailer along to have our own accommodations wherever we went, so I don't know if we camped or what, since some people are pretty opinionated about what constitutes camping. And frankly, I don't care what it is as long as we're having fun, experiencing new things, and making lots of awesome memories. We've also gone on road trips in both our Tesla Model S as well as Y, where we bring a tent along and camp where we can to reduce the cost of trip accommodations. I enjoy all different types of trips for various reasons, and I'm blessed that my family enjoys going on trips. Trips are not easy, and it would certainly be less stressful to just stay in our hometown all the time, which is certainly how some of our peers live their lives the vast majority of the time. I regularly ask my kids what their favorite thing to do is, and they always say, "Go on trips." So we're all on the same page, and for that I'm grateful. I certainly think that beautiful sites like this are worth the work to get there. But there are times when we get to a site and it's just not all that great, and that's just part of the adventure. In our next video, we do some laundry in our Wonder Wash portable washing machine, then we hike to Cassidy Arch, which is one of my favorite points of interest in Capitol Reef. We then stop by the Gifford House Museum and store for some cinnamon rolls. I hope it's been helpful to see how well all this technology works for us, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.